Imagine this. You wake up on a Friday morning, you log into the most advanced AI tool your company has ever used, and it works exactly like it did yesterday. Then, by that evening, it's gone. Not slow, not glitchy, just gone. No warning email, no maintenance notice, nothing. That is exactly what happened on the 12th of June 2026, when the United States government forced one of the world's leading AI companies to shut down its two most powerful systems worldwide in a matter of hours. And the strangest part, the company didn't really have a choice. To understand how we got here, you need to know what was actually shut down. The company is Anthropic, the maker of the Claude AI assistant and one of the most closely watched players in the entire AI industry. On June 9th, just 3 days before everything fell apart, Anthropic launched its most capable systems yet, called Claude Fable 5 and Claude Mythos 5. These weren't just chatbots. They were built for serious advanced work, things like writing and debugging complex software, running multi-step tasks on their own, and handling reasoning that earlier AI models simply couldn't touch. For a few days, it looked like a triumphant launch. Then everything changed. On the afternoon of June 12th, at 5:21 p.m. Eastern Time, Anthropic received a letter from the U.S. Commerce Department. It was an export control directive, and it didn't ask nicely. The order instructed Anthropic to immediately cut off access to Fable 5 and Mythos 5 for any foreign national, anywhere in the world, even people physically sitting inside the United States. And here's the detail that should stop you in your tracks. That restriction even applied to Anthropic's own employees, foreign-born engineers and researchers who had helped build the very systems they were now locked out of. Think about that for a second. The government wasn't just restricting customers overseas. It was telling an American company it couldn't let its own staff use its own product. So why would the government do something this drastic, this fast? According to Anthropic, the directive was tied to a cybersecurity concern. The company said officials had learned of a way to bypass, or jailbreak, the safety systems built into Fable 5. Specifically, the guardrails meant to stop the model from being used to find software vulnerabilities. In plain English, someone had found a way to get the AI to help identify weaknesses in code that could potentially be exploited. Anthropic has said the directive didn't come with much detailed explanation, and that the company believes the situation may be a misunderstanding that it's working to resolve. But explanation or not, the order was legally binding, and that left Anthropic with a genuinely impossible technical problem. Here's the part that makes this story bigger than just one company's bad week. How exactly do you check someone's citizenship before they send a request to an AI model? There's no passport scanner on an API call. Anthropic's models are accessed through cloud platforms, through code, through millions of automated requests every single day. There is no real-time way to verify, with legal certainty, whether the person on the other end is a US citizen or not. VPNs can fake a location in seconds. Email addresses don't prove nationality. Faced with a law that demanded instant, guaranteed compliance and a technology that physically could not deliver that guarantee, Anthropic made the only call it realistically could. It shut both models down completely, for everyone, everywhere, including its American customers who had done absolutely nothing wrong. Now let's talk about who actually got caught in the blast radius. This wasn't some experimental side project getting pulled. Fable 5 and Mythos 5 were being used through major cloud platforms, the kind enterprise software teams build entire products on top of. When a model like that goes dark with almost no warning, every application calling that model breaks instantly. Customer service tools, internal coding assistants, automated pipelines, all of it can grind to a halt in the time it takes to read a press release. It's a sharp reminder of something a lot of companies have been slow to admit. When your business depends entirely on one company's AI model, you don't actually control your own infrastructure. One government letter, and the ground can disappear under you in under 24 hours. And this is where the story gets genuinely strange. Even by 2026 standards, export control law was built for a different era, an era of ships, crates, and serial numbers. It assumes you can physically inspect what's crossing a border. But Claude isn't a physical product sitting on a loading dock somewhere. It's software running on servers, accessed instantly from anywhere on Earth. Legal experts have pointed out that applying old-school export rules to a system like this is a bit like trying to use customs regulations to control who's allowed to think a certain thought. The tools just weren't built for this kind of target. And there's another wrinkle worth noting. Anthropic's less powerful models, including its existing Opus tier system, were left completely untouched by the order. Only the newest, most capable systems were affected, which raises an obvious question. Was this really about a specific safety bypass, or was it about how powerful these new systems had become? That uncertainty hasn't gone unnoticed. Anthropic has publicly stated it didn't receive much detailed justification for the order, and that it sees this as something closer to a misunderstanding than a deliberate crackdown. But intentional or not, the impact is the same. This is one of the first times a government has used emergency authority to force a live, globally available AI system offline overnight. Not over months of hearings, not through new legislation, but through a single letter delivered late on a Friday afternoon. Whether that becomes a one-time event or a new normal is something every AI company on the planet is watching closely right now. Because if it can happen to one of the most well-funded, well-lawyered AI labs in the world, it can happen to anyone. There are also real financial stakes riding on this. Anthropic has reportedly been preparing for a future public stock offering with private valuations already in the hundreds of billions of dollars. Investors don't love uncertainty, and there's nothing quite like watching a government order erase access to your flagship product overnight to make people nervous about what regulatory risk really means for AI companies going forward. It's one thing to worry about competitors. It's another thing entirely to worry about a single government directive undoing your product launch in a single business day. So where does this leave us? For now, Fable 5 and Mythos 5 remain offline, while Anthropic works to sort things out with regulators. But the bigger story isn't really about one company or one weekend. It's about what happens when the rules written for shipping containers and missile parts get applied to software that lives entirely in the cloud. As AI models keep getting more capable, this almost certainly won't be the last time a government decides it needs to pull the plug fast, with little warning, and very few easy answers about what comes next. If you found this breakdown interesting, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives like this, because this AI regulation story is far from over.